Welcome back to our channel. In today's episode, we head to the rugged terrain of Palawan, Philippines, where American and Allied forces staged a bold, multi-domain operation featuring the U.S. Army's M142 High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, or Himars. This wasn't just a typical training drill. It was a strategic statement, a showcase of mobility, precision, and joint force coordination, all part of Balacaden 2025, one of the Indo-Pacific's most critical military exercises. Let's break down the operation and what it means for the region's evolving defense landscape. The M142 Himars is no stranger to modern battlefields. Known for its speed, accuracy, and versatility, Himars has redefined how artillery can support ground and maritime operations. Mounted on a standard Army truck frame, it fires precision-guided rockets and is capable of striking targets up to 300 kilometers away with pinpoint accuracy. Its real strength lies in its shoot and scoot capability, making it a highly mobile and elusive weapon in contested environments. But this week, Himars wasn't just being demonstrated. It was proven in a demanding, multi-domain setting across sea, air, and land. The operation kicked off in Subic Bay, Zambales. Soldiers from the 5th Battalion, 3rd Field Artillery Regiment, part of the 1st Multi-Domain Task Force, began the 24-hour journey. Himars launchers were loaded on a C-130J Super Hercules aircraft bound for the island of Palawan. But this wasn't a direct flight to a firing zone. Instead, the launchers were offloaded mid-mission onto landing craft utility vessels, specialized Navy ships that carried the launchers more than 100 miles by sea to southern Palawan. The operation demanded tight coordination across military services and domains. Exactly the kind of interoperability the Balacaden exercises aim to achieve. Upon arrival at Bataraza, the Himars convoy wasn't done. From here, they rolled out on an overland journey across 50 miles of jungle, urban terrain, and rugged coastlines. The final destination? A firing site near the municipality of Rizal, strategically positioned along the island's western edge, close to waters contested in the South China Sea. This leg of the mission showcased logistical excellence and operational discipline, with Himars navigating terrain conditions that mirrored real-world combat environments. The live-fire component was set to be the capstone of this elaborate, synchronized maneuver. At last, Himars was in position. The system fired 6 training rounds at a simulated sea target, demonstrating both range and accuracy. The effect wasn't just destructive, it was symbolic. The U.S. Army, working hand in hand with the Philippine military, U.S. Marines, and Australian Marines, had brought long-range fires to the archipelagic environment of Palawan. As Lieutenant Colonel Ben Blane, commander of the 5 to 3 Field Artillery Regiment, put it, this was the U.S. Army's opportunity to demonstrate the capability of land power by placing land-based fires into relevant positions to support territorial defense in support of a mutual defense ally. This wasn't just training. It was a message to allies and adversaries alike. So why Palawan? This narrow strip of land, facing the contested waters of the West Philippine Sea, is a key strategic location. Hosting Himars here sends a clear message. Long-range precision fires can now reach farther and faster, even from remote, jungle-covered islands. In modern warfare, denying an enemy access, anti-access area denial, or 8-2/AD is a growing concern. The first multi-domain task force was designed precisely to counter these threats. By integrating fires, cyber, electronic warfare, and space-based capabilities, the MDDF creates multiple dilemmas for any potential adversary. The Palawan live fire was a real-world demonstration of how land forces can complicate maritime aggression. The Multi-Domain Task Force, or MDTF, is a relatively new but game-changing unit. Currently, there are 5 MDTFs being built across the globe in strategic locations, with the Indo-Pacific being a key focus. The MDTF's mission is to create access and freedom of maneuver for joint forces by neutralizing enemy long-range systems, sensors, and command structures. This isn't just about firepower, it's about information dominance, precision, and speed. The Himars movement to Palawan is a textbook example of MDTF strategy in action. The live fire was the highlight of Balacaden 2025, the annual U.S.-Philippines joint exercise. Balacaden means shoulder to shoulder, a symbol of the close partnership between the two nations. This year's exercise saw not just U.S. and Filipino troops, but also Australian Marines join in, expanding the network of cooperation. At a time of rising tensions in the Indo-Pacific, Balacaden is not just about military readiness. It's about deterrence through unity. Exercises like this reassure allies, challenge adversaries, and prove that the rules-based international order still has defenders in the region. From Subic to Palawan, by air, sea, and land, the Himars live fire mission during Balacaden 2025 was more than a drill. It was a demonstration of capability, coordination, and commitment. The deployment of Himars in a real-world island environment showcased just how far joint forces have come encountering emerging threats in the Indo-Pacific. As the first MDTF and partner nations continue to innovate and operate across domains, one thing is clear: defending peace requires mobility, precision, and strong alliances. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more updates on military exercises and regional security. This is P.H. Malaya, signing off. Stay safe and stay informed.